99 Ted Williams might be the best card in MLB The Show. When taking a look at this card, it is the best card I think that's ever been in MLB The Show game. I know we had some Immortals in the past or those fake Barry Bonds cards in 2017, but on paper, this card is absolutely insane. I mean, 125 across the board on hitting, 80 fielding, 68 speed is really good for a Ted Williams card. And he's the brand new collection award, and I'm going to be going over how you guys can earn him in this video. When taking a look, you need 24 vouchers, so you need a lot. Currently, I'm only at 8. I don't have a lot of them, so I don't expect myself to get this card anytime soon. But you need 24 vouchers to get him done, which is definitely a lot. And there's currently 25 you can get in the game, so you're able to skip one of these if you want. So absolutely insane. You guys can kind of take a look at all the collections I have. We're going to go over each of them. They're pretty simple, but I'll cover every single collection in this video so you guys can decide which ones you guys want to do and which one you want to skip. All right, so let's go ahead and start with veteran. You need 22 veteran cards to be able to get the Ted Williams voucher. Once again, you need 19 for the Scott Rowland cards. So once again, they just add more cards and you just continue to grow on top of that. I pretty much have all the cards except for this one, Andy Pettitte, because I'm pretty sure he was in BR or something like that. So he's the only one I don't have. But that's fine because you can skip him. I pretty much got all these cards just in Team Affinity and playing the game, honestly. So it wasn't too bad to get a lot of these cards. A couple of them, you got to get a couple live series. So the Tigers live series right here. Liam Hendricks is the A's live series. And this Santana card is the Mets live series. So those ones can be a little bit harder to obtain. But veteran overall is pretty easy to do. This Craig Kimbrell card is just the Cornerstone cards. So really not hard to get a lot of these cards, to be honest. And if you're ever struggling with this, you can click on a card and just go to its location. You guys can see where it's found. Yeah, so veteran's pretty easy to complete. So the next one we have is the 20th year anniversary. Now this one's pretty easy to do. There's a program that you can get most of these golds from, which is not really hard. And then you got the Soto and Judge and Diamond Quest. And all the other cards you're going to have to buy. The CC Sabathia is in that mini season. Keep note, you got to do that mini season. But David Wright, Ted Williams, Joe Mauer, Clayton Kershaw, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., you're basically gonna have to buy in the market. I got this one done when there was a lot of flash sales for this collection, so it made it pretty easy for me. And you get a pretty good Honus Wagner card that is your voucher. Yeah, so pretty easy to do 20th year anniversary. Just do the Diamond Quest, do the program, and just buy the cards, and you'll get it done. Now moving over to the next one, we have Last Ride. Now Last Ride is also pretty easy to do. Once again, there is the Last Ride program. That's how you get most of these cards from. A lot of these are from Team Affinity, and a couple are from live series. These aren't hard to do at all. The Nolan Ryan's the only one I don't have. I'm pretty sure he was in BR or somewhere like that, or in the Legends pack or something like that. But he's the only one I don't have. You collect everyone else, and you're pretty solid to go. The Last Ride stuff is not really hard, to be honest. Now, once again, for Jolt, you guys should have this done by now, but you need 20 of these Jolt cards to be able to get this done. I'm pretty sure I have everyone except 2, so I'm just missing 2 of the guys. But yeah, 20 Jolt cards. All these are in Team Affinity. I mean, Jolt's pretty easy to do, especially if you've been doing the Color Storm stuff. It shouldn't be that hard to get Jolt done. Now, Spring Breakout is pretty simple. Spring Breakout, there's a program for Spring Breakout, and then there's the Showdown where you get all these cards. Once you do that, you get this DeVries card, and he's going to be your voucher. So this one's pretty easy. Play through the program, get the Showdown done, and you pretty much get this one done. Then the next one is Pipeline. Now this one's pretty simple to do. A lot of these you should have at this point if you've been playing the game a lot, but you can skip a couple of these cards. But these were in the original deluxe packs, and a lot of them you could buy in the market. They're pretty cheap because they're so low overall now. Hiroki Sasaki is the voucher. I imagine most of you guys should have this done by now, but if you don't, there is a program for this. I think there was a Showdown as well. There was a lot you could do to get a lot of these cards, so this one should not be too hard, and you can always buy these on the market. Kind of the same thing with New Threads. I think they had a Diamond Quest in this one as well, and this was another one where you kind of get all the cards from those deluxe packs, and you pretty much complete this one. Once again, you guys should have most of this done by now because these are kind of old, and all these cards should be really cheap if you still don't have this done. So this one shouldn't be too hard. And Anthony Santander is your voucher when you use them. Now the Negro Leagues, once again, this is more of a newer one, but I feel like most people should have this one done. If you play through storylines, you're going to unlock all the storylines cards, which will be very easy. You play through the Showdown, you do a conquest, and you play through the program, and you basically get a lot of these done. You do have to buy the Josh Gibson or the Satchel Paige because, you know, they're no longer in the multiplayer program or the boss pack, so those are ones you're going to have to buy. Or you can buy the Martin DeHigo as well, but you will have to buy some because the boss and the multiplayer program are no longer, you know, available in the game right now unless you get one of those rewind packs. So for the Negro Leagues, just, you know, do the program, play through the storylines, do the Showdown, do the conquest map, and you should have most of this done, and you probably will have to buy a couple cards. Now for Cornerstone, this one's pretty simple. Once again, if you've been playing the whole time, you should be able to get a lot of these done, and plus they've been doing, you know, multiple players you can get in the Cornerstone packs nowadays. I'm pretty close to finishing these 3 up here. All these are grindable in your player tab in programs. Most of you guys should be done with this as well. I'm a little bit slacking behind, so I should be done with this soon. Now, Tops now is going to be a struggle for a lot of people. It's up to 80 cards for the Ted Williams voucher. Now, if you're like me, I haven't bought any of the packs. I literally just been playing, you know, the spotlight moments, and I've been able to get all these cards. I mean, for each spotlight, you basically get 2 guaranteed Tops Now cards, and then from the pack, you could get a spotlight card or a Tops Now. I pretty much got a Tops Now every single pack I pulled, so that's where a lot of this has come. And honestly, for this collection, I'm just gonna wait. Like, I feel like there's really no point in buying a lot of these Tops Now cards. I'm just going to wait it out, wait for some more spotlights to come out, and I'm going to get this one done over time. This is the one I'm not really stressing about because I will get it done eventually. I don't really care like that, but you guys can buy some of the cards on the market and just go to the Tops Now and see which ones are the cheapest that you don't have, and then buy them for the collection if you need to. But once again, if you need to wait, this is the one to do it on because more and more Tops Now cards will come out with the Spotlight programs, so I wouldn't stress about this one too much. Now, same with the actual Spotlight program. Now, once again, I haven't bought any of the Spotlight cards. I haven't got any of the retros done, and I got 20 of them, so I'm halfway there basically. You know, I still gotta wait for more spotlights to come out, and there will be a lot more. I mean, we're obviously gonna get a lot more, especially with June coming up. I mean, there is that Sammy Sosa card that you can get, which will add to the spotlight collection, which will be nice. But yeah, just keep doing your normal spotlight, keep doing the April, May, June, and once again, you'll get this one done over time. If you're done with all the other little collections, except for Spotlight and Tops Now, and you really want the card, then I would definitely recommend buying them. But I would wait until you have all the other collections done before you start buying these cards. Because once again, this is another one that you're going to get naturally if you're playing the game. So once again, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, Postseason has 13 cards. Now, a lot of these cards can be found in Diamond Quest especially. And when we did get 2 new ones from the Cornerstone, being the Eric Davis and the Marcus Semien. I mean, like we have Steve Carlton was obviously a World Series award. Josh Young is also a Diamond Quest card, and so is Whiteley Ford. And then Troy Glaus and Bernie Williams, you're just going to have to buy. I'm not sure where these guys come from. I don't know if they're headliners or something like that, but these ones you're going to have to buy if you don't want to get the other ones. Yeah, Postseason shouldn't be too bad. You just kind of got to buy a couple of these cards or do the Diamond Quest. Like, that's what I recommend doing. Do the Whiteley Ford, do the Josh Young, and then try to get the other cards if you can. The Postseason one, I feel like most people should have a decent amount of cards in, though. But yeah, this one you're going to have to play and then kind of buy some, it looks like. Once again, there's been a lot more standout cards coming to the game. So once again, there's a lot of these in the Diamond Quest as well. I've seen a lot of these cards go in there. So that's another option. But the standout cards are still kind of hard to earn, I'm not going to lie. If you haven't been completing the live series collection, then it can be kind of annoying. But yeah, for me, Spotlight's going to definitely take a little bit of time to do. I mean, a lot of these cards are just hard to get, and they're pretty expensive, as you guys can see. So yeah, this one's going to take a little bit of time for most people, especially because a couple of these cards have been in chase packs or headliners or something like that. So these might take a little bit longer to get done. But I do think there will be more cards for this stuff, you know, that's going to get released over time. Just kind of got to wait it out, in my opinion, on this one. But once again, you might have to use a lot of stubs to be able to get this one done. Now, second half heroes I was actually pretty close to doing. I know the prices have obviously went up for this one, so that's kind of frustrating. Like the Don Sutton was pretty cheap. He's going up a little bit. But yeah, like if you haven't done the live series one, this one's going to be hard because the Trevor Hoffman is for the Padres, and then the Chase Hesley is for the NL West. So you kind of have to get the other 3 cards. And we already know Randy Johnson's going still for a boatload of stubs. So yeah, this one might be kind of hard if you're not doing the regular live series. But besides for that, a lot of you should have a couple of these cards done, especially with Team Affinity and the multiplayer program and all that stuff. Yeah, obviously you don't really want to buy the Johnsons, so you kind of got to get the other cards, which means you're going to have to do the live series at some point. So this one could be tricky for people that haven't got that done yet. But overall, this one shouldn't be too bad for most people. Now, the hardest one is probably going to be All-Star, just because the cards are really expensive and you need a lot of them. Like, Acuna's still going for a lot. This Nolan Ryan's still going for a decent amount. Derek Jeter's still going for a decent amount. Hank Greenberg's still going for a decent amount. I mean, we could keep going. I mean, Felix Bautista was a chase card. We have Al Kane going for 23K. Pedro Martinez still going for 40. So a lot of the cards are just expensive and hard to earn. I'm not going to lie. So this one is also going to be a struggle, I think, for most people. So like I said, this one you're going to have to buy a lot of these or earn a lot of these. Earning kind of is going away as, you know, we move further and further down the road and higher overalls. You know, less of these cards are going to be available. So the only really way to get them is getting them off the market, which is frustrating for most people. So All-Star is definitely going to have to spend some stubs on unless you want to skip it. Now, Breakout's actually pretty simple, I'm not going to lie. The only cards I don't have, you know, I think most people are going to try to skip this Ryan Hensley card because he's a lot of stubs. You know, Whit Merrifield's obviously in the Royals collection. The Shayna McClanahan is in Diamond Quest, so I feel like most people should be able to earn him. And the Hank Greenberg, you're just going to have to buy on the market. So yeah, this one I would mainly recommend going for Shayna McClanahan and Hank Greenberg. 40k to get this done as it stands right now. Unless you already have the Royals done, then you'll be chilling. Yeah, this one might cost you a little bit of stubs, you know, if you haven't been good at collecting these cards. Now, Rookie's pretty straightforward, I'm not going to lie. A lot of these cards are in Team Affinity or been Cornerstone cards in the past. The Valenzuela card is the Dodgers Live Series, so I imagine most people don't got that. So that means you got to get this Devin Williams card, who's 84, and he definitely goes for a decent amount. So this one's going to cost you at least 35 to get done if you don't have this card. And I also really don't remember where he was found either. I'm kind of blanking. I know he came out recently, but I'm just forgetting right now. So yeah, Rookie shouldn't be too bad for most people either. Same with Contributor as well. Considering a lot of these cards can be earned, this one shouldn't be too bad as well. This Bill Wagner was a legend card, so he's the only one I don't have that's like lower overall. But all these cards pretty much can be earned. Some are found through collections. Like Mike Napoli is the Angels Live Series, so a couple of them can be found through collections. This one shouldn't be too bad. This is actually one of the cheaper ones to do, I'm not going to lie. So Contributor should be easy for most people. Now, Milestone is going to be one of the harder ones. There's only 5 Milestone cards in the game when I'm currently recording this video. And how you get these is Jordan Zimmerman is the NL East collection reward. So this one's obviously not cheap, but if you do have him, then you're going to look in pretty solid. Adam Dunn currently is in the XP reward path. He's not a boss, you just earn him when you're completing the track. So most people should be able to get Adam Dunn if you're playing the game consistently. Luis Robert Jr. is in the multiplayer program. He's only going for like 20k right now, so he's not a bad card to get. Grady Sizemore, I'm pretty sure, was the Weekend Classic reward. And then Alfonso Soriano is the World Series reward. So that's how you get these 5 cards. You know, obviously the Adam Dunn is probably the easiest one to get. If you have Zimmerman, then it's going to get really easy to be able to get one of these cards. So this one shouldn't be too bad, but it might be a little struggling for some people. Now, same for the awards. The awards is also going to be a little bit of a struggle for most people. Ted Simmons is the NL Central Live Series. If you have Roger Clemens done, it's going to be even easier. This is the American League, obviously. Got Scott Rowland done already, then you should be pretty solid with him. And then you kind of just need to get one card, right? And the Heim, you know, is still a lot of these cards have went up in extremely high value because of this whole collection. So I think we're going to get more awards cards as it goes on, but it's pretty expensive to get one of these cards to complete this collection. Now, I don't have the egg hunt done, but a lot of you should, honestly. Every time I do this Diamond Quest, I just sell the cards instead of actually collecting them. But I think the next time I'll do it, I'll collect it. Most of you should have the egg hunt done. The program, there was a lot I'm forgetting, but most of you should have this done. These cards shouldn't be too hard to get. The Moonshot program is obviously one of the newer ones to get, and a lot of these cards aren't too bad to be able to earn. Like, a couple of them aren't too bad. I think there's a couple expensive cards in this collection. Like, Cedric Mullins is still going for a lot, but, you know, there is a Diamond Quest for these cards that you can do, so that is definitely helpful. But yeah, the Bobichet's still going for a lot, so that's something you got to keep in mind, at least when you're completing this collection, because, you know, you'll buy one card that seems cheap, but then these start to add up over time. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a Diamond Quest, the mini season. Obviously, I think there's a program as well. I mean, there's so many stuff. There's so many cards that you have to get to be able to get this done. So yeah, just make sure you're completing this thoroughly. It's a lot of cards to get, and a couple of them are pretty expensive. A lot of them are in packs as well. I mean, that's just how it is nowadays. A lot of them are in packs, a lot of them you have to buy. If you can use your deluxe packs on these or get some ultra or premier packs on these, that will be definitely helpful. But yeah, this one's going to take people quite a bit of time. Now, Color Storm shouldn't be too hard for most people. You basically just get a stacked Rangers team. If I'm trying to get this Jack Leiter, for example, basically just play the game and use the Jolt card. It's really simple to do, honestly, to be able to get the cards. You just have to put the time and effort in doing it, which is the main problem, I think. At least for most people, that's kind of why I don't have it done. I haven't been putting a lot of time into it. But the Color Storm stuff should not be hard to do, to be honest. So make sure you're completing this and you're able to get that 15 for the voucher. Now, the Pipeline Pass stuff, I've already talked about this in a separate video, but this one's kind of a pain. A lot of these are in packs. It's not going to be a fun one to do. This might want to be the ones you skip, honestly. So this one's not going to be fun because Vlad still goes for a ton of stubs, and then Schwarber still goes for a ton of stubs, and you need one of those cards. So yeah, this one's going to be annoying to do, honestly. But if you have been collecting this one, you should be putting yourself up pretty solid to get that Ted Williams then. And once again, Corey Seager is the voucher for this one. Now, the new Summer Collection is the brand new one that came out today. There's a mini seasons for this. There's a Diamond Quest. There's a program. There's so much, you know, new stuff to hop into when it comes to this whole little collection. And yes, a lot of these are found in packs as well, so that's another thing. But you can earn a lot of them for free I'm pretty sure you can get up to like the second tier for free if you just play the game, which is actually pretty good. But yeah, you are gonna have to buy a couple cards before to get this one done, and I imagine they're not cheap right now, as you guys can tell when I kind of scroll through a lot of these cards. So it might be a struggle for you guys, but this one literally just came out today, so this could be another one that you could skip. But that is basically every single collection on how you earn this Ted Williams. Like I said, you're able to skip one of these. So, you know, you don't have to do one of them if you don't want to. But like I said, it's going to take you a grind to be able to get this card. And he is one of the best hitting cards in the game. So even if you get him like a month or 2 months or 3 months down the road, you're still going to use him even when you get him. Because his hitting stats are just insane. I mean, 125 you're not going to find anywhere else. But hopefully this video has helped you to try to be able to earn these vouchers a little bit faster and kind of understand how it works. And let me know in the comment section down below, which one are you going to be skipping? Because in my opinion, it's looking like Standout right now, but then I kind of can change my mind about it depending on how, you know, this whole thing goes. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.